shout outs to the citizens of Jomalia for putting on some awesome questions and suggestions for us. Today we have one from Jessica Arguelles. I hope I said that right. What do you think about the hustle culture during this time? Specifically, the mindset that if you did not learn something new during this, you were not productive during the stay at home.
Agreed.
Is it helpful or harmful or just super Asian momish?
I 100% agree.
If you didn't use this time to like build
learn
yourself,
anything, or work on anything,
yeah, you're a waste of fucking time.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, are you like not working
I don't
right
know.
now too?
I can't say I agree with that because some people work really fucking hard and then this time came about and now you're just chilling and you're not like fucking going in on yourself and you're just on coast.
But then you're still learning how to chill. You're still learning something.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I think
frankly, and also if you have a thing that as long as you're one of those people who's like, I have a goal. If you did nothing towards your goal during this, then come on, dude.
Yeah, especially when you have all this time away from work and shit. Because I've seen so many people, like, there's the other side is like, I'm unfollowed if you're posting about workouts. Like, this is the time for people's, like, mental health.
Who do you follow?
Dude, some weird. It's these girls that I want to have sex with that are, like, so, like, but it's...
So I'm following you if you're posting workouts? Is that what they said?
No, they're like, I'm unfollowing you if you're, like, trying to promote that. They're like, you're pressuring women, you're pressuring men into, like, trying to lose weight. This isn't a time for that.
Please pressure me. This is the perfect time to pressure me.
And I'm like, no, like if there's something you want to do, like Steve said, right? You should be doing it. You have plenty of time to do it. If you were doing something, you're working hard, you're training before this, don't just stop now because of this, you know?
Yeah.
And if you're like, oh, I just need a break for this or something, like a lot of people that I know that do have like mental health issues, this has made it worse because now they're away from schedule, they're just in by themselves so much more, stuck with people that...
I have a friend who's a cop and she was telling us that like at 5 o'clock, that's usually the hour that people with like, that they want to kill themselves. Like at that hour, like every day.
Really?
At
5 o'clock kill hour, huh?
It's the suicide hour again, guys.
Damn.
Yeah,
Let's get ready.
It's just really rough for them.
Here's how I feel. It's like, it's your fucking life. I'm not gonna judge you.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want with your life. But if you are like want more in your life and then you fuck off during quarantine and then afterwards you're like, well, I didn't want to feel pressured to do anything, and that's why I'm still here. Well, that's your fucking fault. Like,
just stop it.
so
Just stop it. It's fucking.
It's no
sounds
one
like
else's
bullshit.
fault
It
that,
just sounds like
you're
bullshit.
feeling pressure. Like if someone wants to work out during their quarantine, that's them. They want to work on their life. If you don't want to work out during quarantine, that's you. But you can also accept that you don't want to work on your body.
You need to
wanna work on
own your
life.
laziness.
Like,
A lot of the things I see is they're putting it out because they don't want other people to. It's like almost, I don't want to see them succeed when I'm not, because and not in that exact way, but they're putting out like, you don't feel pressure to work out because they don't want to or they can't.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So they're trying to hold other people back.
Nadeem, you are not being responsible. You have a platform, and showing people that you are working out during this is making people think that they should be working out too, and they could endanger themselves. That's the kind of boring ass shit I hear out there.
I think
fucking
hustle
boring.
culture, even without this time, is bad. I don't like hustle culture.
Yeah.
Because
Hashtag hustle? You don't like hashtag
I don't
hustle?
like hashtag hustle because you know it's like you could always sleep later, work hard.
Yeah.
I get who they're talking to. They're talking to people who are extremely lazy and don't fucking do shit and have no purpose. But I also think it's a dangerous way of thinking because you're constantly working and you're doing it for stupid reasons too, for vanity, for money, for that private jet or whatever.
Yeah, because how come all hustle culture people always show like jet planes or tropical beaches? It's like they think that everyone is motivated by the same thing.
That's
A lot of people are.
Yeah, I know. But that's the demo. You can always tell the demographic.
That's why me and this
by-
guy right here are grind culture guys.
Grind.
Hashtag grind.
Grinder.
Wake up, grind.
You know when I saw a dietitian because of the gut health issues I was having, she said the number one thing I had to cut out was stress. That like the number one thing that was causing digestive issues was how much stress I was putting on myself, because I was always just like grinding, busy.
Well, I mean, there is a toxic side to hustle culture, but what they're speaking to are a lot of people who don't even get started.
Yeah.
But I think that's where it can become toxic, is because people who are constantly addicted to hustling.
Yeah.
I've seen the dark side of that. And so it seems like now it's kind of cool to be constantly working. Entrepreneurship is cool. Owning businesses is cool.
Yeah.
You know, learning money, finance, all these things used to be like whack. Like everyone wanted to be a fucking rock star. But now you want to be a YouTube entrepreneur or something else. But in this time, now it seems like everyone's showing off
how much they're getting done during quarantine. Now, I consider myself to be a bit of a workaholic in a way, but also I can't stop thinking. And then the way that I've managed this in a more healthier way is doing things that I want to do in a more mentally rewarding and emotionally rewarding things. Like I'll work my ass off and pick all of the lemons off my tree and deliver it to all of my friends. So I keep busy, but I'm doing
6
things
feet away though.
6 feet away. Or I have the mask campaign and I'm doing good or whatever. Like, but I can't sit and be bored. I think I'm the opposite of that. It drives me crazy.
I just think you have now. So like, what was the number one thing of why people would say they couldn't do something before?
Time.
Time. And now you have so much time that you can do a little bit every single day.
That's it. Just do something.
If you feel like it's too much pressure now, imagine when this quarantine's over and you have to be working full time again. It's gonna be so much harder later.
It's like that saying, any excuse will do.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like really, if you're not motivated, you're just not motivated. You're not gonna do it. Like, and any excuse will do.
But we all binge watch shows and do non-productive things. It's not that we don't. It's just we don't consume ourselves with that 24/7,
Yeah.
which I think is what most people are doing at this time. Is they'll watch all the shows they wanted to on Netflix. They'll play all the games, and then they get to the point where I already jacked off to all the porn in the world. I don't even know what else to do anymore. I'm so bored, and I don't. It's hard for me to relate with that because I realize I can't be bored. I don't know what that's like.
Same.
I feel like the difference, like they're asking about the difference between hustling and doing something that's good and something where it becomes toxic, right? And I think the moment when it becomes toxic is when you're doing it just because you feel like you have to because everybody else is.
Right,
You know,
like
you
keeping
want
up
to
with
be
the
working
Jones.
towards what you want to do.
Or you're doing cocaine so you can do it more. Like, it's like, bro, like that's my problem with hustle culture is that there is this no binge watching thing or don't ever fucking relax.
Don't enjoy, yeah.
That's why grind culture is the shit because in grind culture you can watch like 4 hours of a show a night.
Because you're grinding those shows out.
You're grinding in it. Exactly.
Yeah.
It
So I'd
really
say-
depends on what you consider is productive, right? So, for example,
Very true.
yeah, like some people might say picking lemons in your backyard and
It's
giving it
very
to your
productive.
friends is or isn't productive, right? Like you should be doing something even better, right? And that used to be my thing is I would never go in my backyard really and pick the lemons and spend hours doing this stuff because I would feel guilty for that.
Spend hours picking lemons?
But it's mindfulness.
Days.
That's what it is.
Days.
I feel the same. I'm on the same
Right?
wavelength.
And
as
that's
you.
why we've been enjoying quarantine.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
We have these stupid projects that in non-quarantine days we'll feel guilty for doing.
Yeah, I flat out watercolored a cup of coffee for 4 hours the other day, and it felt fucking
Exactly.
great. I like looked at my cup of coffee I watered. I was like, oh my god, I'm an artist. This is so amazing.
It did look good.
It felt so good, and I never would have had time to do that before.
Here's a step-by-step that you should follow for this quarantine.
Get your pencils and notepads out, guys.
First step is wake up and clean your room because you're probably a messy piece
Is
of
that
shit.
one or two?
Two.
One still?
Two.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
right?
felt too. That doesn't motivate me.
Yeah, you know, definitely.
Hey, can we
everyone's-
edit 2 out? Because I think I look like shit in this.
Okay, so 3.
So 3, get out the pen and paper that you already have from writing this down.
Oh, this is getting complicated.
Write out some steps of what you want to do that will bring you happiness,
Jacking
and
off.
start.
Okay.
That's literally it. Just like do something.
Jacking
Like
off. Watching Tiger King, and then going on live stream.
Oh, also,
Yeah.
because sometimes, like, if you are feeling like, oh, I'm, like, mentally can't get myself motivated, or, like, I'm stagnant, or I'm depressed, or I'm have anxiety, or whatever, go for a walk. I swear to God, something about moving your body or movement,
Yeah.
like, going for a walk helps, man. Like, once
Big
you're in
time.
movement, you just start wanting to do more movement things, or
I
wanting
think it gives
to
you
do
time
more
to self-reflect, kind of like when you take a shower and you have all those deep thoughts.
That's my
It's
walk.
like that, but then you also have that like
endorphins from the walking.
yeah, it's like a
your
shower,
blood
but
flow.
times 2.
Yes.
I just know what the walk does for me because I do walks, I do runs. It helps me start. Like I got out and did
Yes.
something, and then it brings some routine to my life.
Yeah.
You know, to where I missed from before. Because I get why people are even lazier now when they
Yeah.
have all this time, is because they're falling into that habit, and they're used to being like, okay, I know I need to wake up, I need to do this. If I don't go to the grocery store, if I don't go out and do this, I won't have time because I have work tonight, or I have to feed this person, or I have to do whatever, I have to do homework. But now it's like, since you have none of those things, or a lot of people don't have any of those things, try to get yourself into a routine.
Yeah, create a schedule. Do some work time and then some play time.
Clean
That's
your room
balanced.
first.
I think what becomes harmful is when you're doing things
because you want to show off that you learned something during this
Yeah, that's
time, or you're
right.
doing it for others and you feel obligated to build a new skill
If
or
it's
do
not
something.
a genuine thing that you
Yeah,
want to know
it's
about,
fleeting.
or
It should be something that you always wanted to do, and you
Yes.
finally have the time to now, and then go ahead and fucking do it. You
I've
know?
been cleaning my house.
Yeah.
I've been organizing my house. I finally did that shit.
Yeah.
You think that some people maybe just don't have a running list of things they've always wanted to do? Maybe they just
Right.
go to work
Yeah.
and then
They
get
do.
off
That's
work
a lot
and
of
like
people.
they don't really like think about like, ooh, if I had the time I would do this, 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 and this.
I mean, your
'cause-
mom talks about that all the time. She's like, I don't have like an overarching goal that I'm like, I gotta do.
Right, right.
Because on
That's interesting.
my 90 Days to Freedom program, we help people build a 100 goal list of a lifetime goal.
Yeah.
And so you constantly have something that it's big goals, small goals, whatever it is, you just have something on the list. And you think 100 goals are it's a lot, right? And it's not built overnight, but it's easy when you can focus on it every day. And that's the whole concept behind it, is like, if most people actually don't have even one goal.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what really helped me for those people that are just like trying to, you're stuck there with the pen and paper that Nadeem told you to get out and you're like, I don't know what goals I want. What really helped me is instead to visualize what type of person you want to be in 10 years. Like, what kind of car does that person drive? What kind of house do they live in? What do they do for work? What kind of clothes do they wear? Like, what is their physical health like? Like, every little detail of the type of person that you want to be in 10 years. Because 10 years is far enough away that you can feasibly get anything you want. And then you break it down into like, well, what are 5 goals I could do by in 5 years? And then you break it down to like, well, what's something I can do this year that'll help me be that person in 10 years? So you start incorporating things into your daily life, and like learning those habits are, part of the goals that I feel like it just gets you in a certain.
You reverse engineer from
Yeah.
your dream, and then you make it a reality by doing the baby steps to get you to that big
Yeah,
dream.
and something really important to add to that, because I think that's super great, is the state of mind that you're when you're writing these things down. Because if you're like sad and sappy and like you're just not really feeling it, that shit's not gonna come out, and you're gonna be like, I'm stuck. Like I don't know what I want. You gotta make sure that you're like in a positive state and you're feeling energized and you're feeling happy, and you can really visualize that.
Light
shit.
a
So
candle.
masturbate, and in the middle of it, just get up and start writing.
I'm like light a candle. He's like masturbate. I do masturbate though before I light that candle.
That's
See,
called
because you
grind
gotta
culture.
relax. Sometimes, well,
you have
I
too much
recommend
anxiety,
don't finish.
Gotta get it out. Oh,
Just so
You're a
while you're
monster.
horny,
You're a
you go in and you
monster.
start writing.
Yeah, but then if I do that, by the time I put my pants on and my pants touch my dick, I finished.
don't put your pants back on.
Oh,
Grind
grind culture.
Grind culture.
Grind culture.
Grind.